Tactically, Canada's directness against Morocco's poise and possession. Fascinating confrontation to kick off the round of 16.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're looking at Canada, they're going to have to be direct and they're going to have to play a perfect game, you feel, tonight. They have not played opposition like this so far. And within that, you're looking to say, how can we go about this? They like to be aggressive off the ball. They like to be aggressive on the ball. If they get that right, they can prove a challenge. Off key by 1 minute, 1 second, Morocco will expose them.
Every new phase and the greatest sporting show on earth brings with it a heightened sense of tension, and dare I say, anxiety, to confront one of the participating countries. Jesse Marsh at mission control here in Houston for Canada. And his opposite number, Mohamed Ouahi, the Belgian born.
Yeah, guys, we are live.
For this group of players. Under the roof, with climate control in place, on the 4th of July, the round of 16 commences.
Here we go. Underway.
In 2020,
Round of 16 between Canada and Morocco.
in 2030, Canada versus Morocco here in Space City. A little bit of a false start. And the nerves are tingling. Now we're underway. One of the winners to fill the initial space in the quarterfinals in Boston on Thursday. Two very different styles and approaches to the game. I think that is all part of the intrigue here on.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're looking at Canada with their 4-4-2, which turns very much in a 4-2-2-2. They'll look to go direct, they'll look to go fast, hit their front two as early as possible, because that's where Morocco have been at their weakness. If you get at their defence, the centre-backs, there's a new pairing again for today. If you get at those quickly, they have conceded goals. For Morocco, it'll be interesting to see Hakimi on the right, star player, along with Brahim Diaz. He's on their right-hand side of their 4-2-3-1. At the minute, high on your top of your screen, the two of them you can see together. That relationship that they have as they control the ball, control the game, how they go about unpicking Canada's press is going to be key.
He's a chip in his customary position. Scored that very late equaliser in Monterrey against the Netherlands on Monday. Such drama in that match. So it went to a penalty shootout before Morocco emerged victorious, knocking out the Dutch. Canada, who did enough against South Africa in their last game, right at the death on Stefan Eustachio. He's Bombito, defensive backer. We wondered coming into the tournament if he was going to make it. That's the result of a left tibia injury that he suffered with his French club Nice back in October. It was a close run thing. They certainly need him. They would want to have Alphonso Davies playing from the start, but that hasn't been possible. Did come on for 15 minutes against South Africa, however.
You look at the two of them at the centre-backs. They like to be aggressive. Mobito and Defoudreux, they like to go up high against the centre forward. You can see number 11 there. Mobito's up against him as a centre back. When they get it slightly wrong, Canada, that's when they get themselves in trouble. Want to be front-footed, want to be aggressive, which is fine. You've just got to get it right. And the higher you go, the tougher the opposition is, harder it gets.
I haven't had a chance to talk about the officials. Uncle Oliver from England is the man in the middle.
Free kick for
Buchanan
Morocco.
getting himself involved that time for Canada. In the dark shirts and dark shorts, Morocco in white. And Hal, as we mentioned, give her the nod in the middle of that defence. Big start, the victory over Haiti. That was at the end of the group stage. Morocco at the wobbliest in that game, but they did ring the changes.
When you're looking at that centre-back pairing for Morocco, and that in itself is key, is you're looking at two players who aren't superstars in this team, but steady players. They need to be steady again, because there's going to be rushes. There's going to be chaos from Canada.
Richie Larea, the break of the ball from Canada, trying to get towards the byline. And all the Canadian players pointing towards the corner flag, and it has been given. Corner here to Canada in the early going in Houston.
Yeah, no surprise. Actually left back, get into the byline. That's what they want to do. They want to
corner,
flood the box.
corner kick for
They've been positive.
Canada.
They've been front-footed so far. Only 4 minutes in, but the game has been played in Morocco's half. Like Oliver having a chat here on the centre spot. My eyes drawn towards the back post. There's two players there waiting. You just see them, number 12 and 17. They're going to make a run across the 6-yard box.
Mustachio, and confident in a pass by Insine Bono, actually born in Montreal, in Canada. Both the goalkeepers here from Quebec, and it opens up. And it was Jonathan David inside the area. Well, the traffic flow right now very much towards Bono.
corner
Completely
kick
off the shape.
for Canada
See
again.
that great big gap in the centre circle, in the D. Yeah, the Moroccans have vacated, looking to press. It's a clever little header down from the visual. Jonathan David just running out of road.
And set pieces have been important for Canada. You think about the chances they've created on the back of them throughout this tournament. David is reaching inside the 6-yard area. Was Mustachio. Cover back there for Canada. Segur will flip it forward in the general direction of Buchanan. And some defending for Al-Hal to do.
Really positive from Canada. Just going forwards and there, even then, just getting the ball and hooking it over your shoulder, get it over the defence, ask a question of them to say, get yourself running towards your own goal.
Another corner kick for Canada.
Mustachio. With LAFC on loan from Porto, and actually play a couple of times for the Portugal under-21s. Such an important player, this man, for Jesse Marsh, for Canada. And again, it was Diffusional with a header. And Bono got his glove on that one. Mustachio, clever pass. Diffusional. And driven away by Ismail Saibari to safety for now. But a good little passage from Canada.
A really good pressure, front-footed nature that we know of. Canada.
And that's a very interesting style that Jesse Marsh favours. It's the pressing approach. It's the Ralf school. Jesse Marsh, who used to work with Ralf Rangnick in Leipzig, in Germany. And a pause here.
He took a massive blow in the air. Absolute sandwich between the two. It wasn't in it, that start block. Well, has been under pressure at the start of this game, as has the Moroccan defence, and Jesse Marsh will have said to them, look, there is nothing to fear here. You've got to go out and be positive, be true to yourselves, be true to the success that you've got so far as an outfit. 7 minutes in, 8 minutes in, they've been on the front foot.
It's a very encouraging start made by Canada. We're here at this magnificent stadium in Houston, Texas. Capacity more than 70,000. This retractable roof. Mercifully, we're watching this game in the air conditioning.
It would have been a whole different proposition if that roof was open.
It's Masraoui, who's highly flexible. ends up playing a left back for Morocco because Ashraf Hakimi on the ball now. This is the right back of choice. Two very significant contributors just in front of the defence. Ayoub Ouadi is only 18, recently switched from France, was the captain of the France under-21s, and Mir El Ainaoui. Alistair Johnston, he was a vigorous performer for Canada. He was in Scotland for the double winners Celtic. It was an injury-riddled campaign as far as Johnston was concerned. And pursuing that one was the man playing next to Jonathan David, Tani Olawashi.
Unapologetically direct, two balls, one from the goalkeeper up to the halfway line, win the second ball, and then just go again. Olawashi a handful. He's going to be a really tricky customer for Diop and Al at the back. And you know what? Just go and do it. Do your thing.
Morocco will likely look for overloads when they can. The technical skills to come to the fore for Canada. It's often very much a focus on the short route to goal. Just a few passes after the ball win.
Let's just see at the top of your screen now how direct or how narrow Canada are on the overload of Brahim Diaz and
Given away by El Ainaoui. And possibilities here for Canada.
Nice save.
Olawashi with that attempt, and then acrobatics would have been spectacular had it come off for him and for the Canadians. But they try again. And Buchanan looked as though he had thrown himself to the ground and went back in for the challenge. Well, it's full throttle football under Jesse Marsh from Canada.
yeah, and this is the blueprint. There's a slack pass, and then you can see the overload of Hakimi at the bottom of your screen. That's the intrigue. That's what they're leaving. But from there, wonderful little turn. Got his shot away. Probably not as clean as he would have liked, but Bono was one of the best at this, coming out and making yourself big. He knows that's a big chance. As few passes as possible, just get it in front of goal.
Ouadi, and here is Mazraoui of Manchester United. Saibari can be a real handful for
Here comes Morocco on the attack.
Ultimately solves the problem.
I'm so on the right though.
For Canada, and they try to click into an attacking gear again. It's been a very bright start to this match. Canada and Morocco. First game in the round of 16. Trying to knit things together. Canada, David shuffling the ball off. Statio has known how to split
Cross the ocean and then has to
his
come around.
attention. The FIFA president in attendance, Gianni Infantino. Hasn't missed too many matches, hasn't done at this World Cup. And that again was careless by Morocco. Al trying to sweep up. He was put under pressure. Statio making inroads. Haven't really been able to get out very much so far, the Atlas Lions. And that's an in-your-face sort of performance early on from Canada. Alistair Johnston. Well, the idea was good. Statio steadying himself. David. It's away in the nick of time by Al.
Morocco.
Team proud, these Canadian players. They are up for it.
The manager applauds, and at the minute, this is Canada's game, how they want it to be played. Chaotic, panicky, end to end. That's the energy that they need and require. How long they can keep it up for is another question. Morocco just want this, want a little bit of stay possession, a little bit of control in the game.
It's a big day here on Fox. Kylian Mbappe and his France teammates. facing Paraguay in Philadelphia. That match is next on Independence Day. Delighted you've chosen to spend part of it with us. We're here in Houston, Texas, in the Lone Star State.
And the pressure on. He's all over the pitch. Just waiting for that moment to pounce. The threat is in behind, and Morocco choosing not to make those runs at the moment. You look at the top of the screen again, the switch is on all the time for Morocco. It's getting the ball out of their feet, getting the opportunity to get the ball out there. Canada not allowing that at the moment.
It's Morocco not really able to any great extent to fly out of the blocks. But still a lot of football to be played. Diop, something for El Aldawi. This for Roma in Serie A in Italy. Larea adjudged to have been the culprit. He's going to be seeing plenty of
See what
Hakimi on that
time the
side.
next game is.
Yeah, that's the combination. That's what we're talking about there. 3 passes, 1 forwards, side and back, and then again go. And the player knowing that the gap's in behind him, knowing he's been told to be aggressive, but he's outnumbered out there.
Jump for Morocco. But continue to try to press high. Can be a risky style. See people as the goalkeeper for Canada. Someone should like Bono at the other end. He's from Quebec.
Uruguay versus France at 5 p.m.
Morocco, you just feel almost trying to calm it down.
I should be live today.
It passes, even just across the defence. Steady a few nerves. Build their way into the game. And that has been given as a free kick.
Almost twice now. They're on Hakimi. Michael Oliver, the referee, will be taking note. So, be positive, be aggressive. Against Hakimi, it's a long on 90 minutes. You also have to have that element of control.
The possession numbers instructive. Morocco already have had a lot of the ball, but Canada with pressing more effective. Al-Haj.
See Buadi now, just trotting to get the ball. Wonderfully talented teenager. Controls the game from midfield. It's no surprise he's now dropped between the 2 centre-backs just to give that extra man.
So they can spring Saibari. Bombito with him. Was essentially on his own, Saibari, and the flag has gone up. Just as that was developing promisingly for Saibari and Morocco.
Maybe I do 2 games tomorrow.
To see the gap that are there, the element of risk that is there in the game that Canada are playing, and asking so much of their back line to say, hey, step forwards, but you've got to cover that as well.
Fusional has come into the Canada side today. No Derek Cornelius, not in the starting 11 anyway. Johnston. David was there just to touch it on, a fluency here. Eustachio doing his best to release Buchanan. And How again having to clean up.
Really good covering. How really, again, positive from Canada. Using the width, using the right back, using the midfielders, the bounce passes. When you get it right in that formation, it's so difficult to stop because the positions are so unconventional.
These two countries did meet at the last World Cup in Qatar, with Morocco prevailing by 2-1 in the group stage. Big improvement from Canada at this World Cup under Jesse Marsh. Eustachio trying to swing it away. Johnston it was, who made contact with it in there for Canada.
That's a free header. 10 yards out, and you're saying, well, there's no real pace on the ball, so it would have been an incredible header, but because there's no real pace on the ball, you're saying, how have Morocco not got there and made a challenge? There's a little inkling, a little opening there for Canada.
18 minutes in.
Amazing.
So far. There's the ball win again, successful ball win. Stuck here. And there's another of the players to have come into the team. He's been playing for Norwich City.
Decisive player, my former team, and he's hit the ground running there, really impressed.
So possession phase here from Canada. I mentioned earlier, it's not all about possession when it comes to the Canadian way of playing under Jesse Marsh. You make an impact when you deal with the ball, preferably high up. And not the Carders come out here. Unlike Oliver. Oh, wow. Not the only player seeking answers, but this is what transpired. Rob.
Just trying to get way out, and he's out where he doesn't want to be. I wish. Been positive so far, it's been a handful. Carl knows he's in for a long afternoon, and Morocco in trouble. There's someone down. Got a real problem here. Subs are being prepared. Saivari, I think his hamstring went when he did the first run. He just caught offside. He had a little bit of a wince. I'm not sure whether it was this one or the one where he was caught offside, but in there was a sprint. And early on in games,
Once hydration break, I'm going to get another
the grimmest that I saw.
Something went twang. They've relied very heavily, Morocco, on Ismail Saibari at this World Cup. He's won in each of the group stage games against Brazil, Scotland and Haiti. The bulk of the support here in Houston is for Morocco. We're going to make a substitution. Sofiane Arahimi will get the call. This is not what Morocco need.
It's not his physical presence, not one that can drive into the space like Saibari, but he does have time in the runs. He likes to run into in a different way, runs into the box more so. He's already scored in the tournament.
That's a goal and an assist in the 4-2 win over Haiti. On he comes, Sofiane Arahimi. Then Casablanca plays in the United Arab Emirates for Al Ain. And the direct one is here, supporting Canada, Wayne Gretzky. No one quite like him in ice hockey terms.
Wayne Gretzky is at the
Canada have acquitted themselves rather well so far in this opening round of 16 match. It's Turkey too close to Bruno, who gets both clubs on it, and almost at the midway point of this first half. And still it's a blank score sheet here on the 4th of July.
I just feel Morocco will be happy. Not happy that they've lost their main man, the centre forward, but happy that Canada have thrown everything that they can at them, and it's still 0-0. They haven't played well, they haven't started well, but they're still level.
Nasraoui trying something different, cut out by Defusional. And again, it's been playing in Belgium for Dinga and Larton Fulham. Now 2 players down here. Buchanan switching over to the left. Sigur, who has now picked himself up for Canada, so full complement again on the pitch. Cooling break coming up shortly. here in Edgetown. Now, the new pitch to it there. I'm sure he won the free kick, David. Wasn't exactly chuffed about it. So into the match break here in Houston. And Canada certainly entitled to be happy about how they have started the game.
Like I said, Joshua, we got to be really happy.
He didn't take that one big pass that they had.
Bono. As I mentioned earlier, Montreal 4. Canada a while ago did inquire about his potential availability. Always wanted to play for Morocco. With Canada as a youngster, a very accomplished goalkeeper. Really seen too much from Unai in this match so far. As indeed Unai wants to get forward ordinarily from his midfield position.
The problem that they've got is that they went forward there early. Maybe a bit of a change up. Some fouled in the process here, but not really a physical presence up front. They've lost that size of Sagari.
Here is Jet. He's been with Fulham since 2022. Obviously, West Ham United, Toulouse in France. So they play in Toulouse, the city in the south of France.
That's both. They're just hopeful ball field. They can't hit those sort of balls. They're just not that team.
It's got Peter. Jumping in from the substitute Rapini. Not really testing Draper.
It's a waste. It was its best opportunity that they really had, and Brahim Diaz was going on the right hand side. A shot from there is a 1 in 100 job.
That's been the problem for Morocco. We haven't really told the name of Diaz much at all in the initial part of this round of 16 confrontation. Draper underworked. He's had to maintain concentration levels here.
From that distance under pressure. Taking the sting out the shot as well. If we were feeling that is poor decision.
Buchanan is going to leave this throw-in for Alistair Johnston.
Where this is going. Maybe not for the first contact, not for the second contact, the knockdown.
Johnston generating plenty of distance. Oliver
That's what's
something in there that wasn't exactly to his liking. Looking for diffusion on whenever they can. These set plays.
2 hands in the back. Thank you very much, Mazraoui. I'll take a fall and get the free kick.
Morocco trying to draw into the game. USA playing Belgium in the round of 16 on Monday on Fox. And our coverage starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Another massive day with US involvement. Scale of the task, of course, gets that bit more difficult with each passing round.
Scale of the task, scale of the opposition, and just seeing how Canada are going about it today and being so positive and proactive. You may go out, but go out on your terms. Go out playing the way that you want to play, and you've got every chance of going through.
That's a remarkable unbeaten run that Morocco have put together. Also found it pretty remarkable that they played that many matches in just under a year of.
That's 3 games unbeaten in 90 minutes, and just feel that it's a normal season for any club team at times.
I was going to say, yeah. And yet, Kini was tight behind the touchline.
I think these Diop and Hala have got to play a little bit higher, engage the centre forwards. If they do that, then their gaps create behind. Playing the ball around here is safe, and you're not really going to engage. You need to get that little bit higher, and then the spaces appear behind them into the midfield.
Chasing after it is Akini, who is Jet Peel. The Fusional went over there. Labi patrolling the technical area. This is what happened.
He doesn't really have that powerful presence. So very did in the game, and those runs aren't going to be as worrying.
Red hot atmosphere in Houston. Managed to face Paraguay or France. It'll be in Boston on Thursday. Games keep on coming. Here at the FIFA World Cup.
So it's a great game against Paraguay and France.
To Paraguay.
So that's
It was cruelly injury that he suffered on the eve of the last World Cup. Broken leg. Looking up for it this time around. Juanito. Next to him is Diffusional. He's going to have to go for an extra yard or two. Knocked the way by Eustachio again with Claypool. Co-hosts, but for the second round running, not on hard soil. I think that's a bit of a pity.
excuse me.
It possibly could have been worked out and irrespective of where they landed, Canada would carry on Canadian soil, and we were up in Toronto just the other night for the brilliant Portugal-Croatia game. Ron, super atmosphere right across Canada.
Fantastic stadium, proper football stadium for a really great game.
Ahmed. Eustachio with the chip ball in, trying to place it onto the head of Tayshaun Buchanan.
Good defense by Morocco.
So Johnston to take this. Lucky guided Morocco to victory in the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Championship. Tells you a lot about the trajectory the young players they have coming through. Used to be that they relied heavily on the diaspora. Players in countries like France and Belgium, Moroccan parentage, but they're going full pelt to develop players in Morocco as well now.
Last corner, he just floated it about 12 yards out. It wasn't a challenge from a Moroccan player, so just got to be a little bit tighter, a little bit more aware.
Eustachio looking for the head flick on a watching. It's included by properly. Quality under pressure there from divisional Mrs. Scotland.
Morocco looking for a flag, but not going to get it.
Causing themselves their own problems here. Morocco, confused thinking and clarity, movement and execution at the moment. Gave away the corner between themselves, and then there is clumsy, really get the free kick when you're under pressure.
With the XG, something that we refer to more and more in football, 0.46 for Canada, 0.02 for Morocco. That's expected goals based on the action.
Yeah, they've done nothing so far, Morocco. And this is the problem of what I talked about, the 35 minutes into a game against one of the bigger hitters in the tournament and playing well.
Also, we brought a bit by the eager Buchanan. Natural dribbler.
Going for Canada.
Used for Villarreal in Spain nowadays.
That's really good from Buchanan. Look at it, slow and sloppy play again from Morocco. Just not got this right. Moussraoui having to double back on his own actions, lay into the tackle. Not much of a tackle.
It was a bit of an eager effort. And Johnston, the latest throw-in. He was never afraid to at least try to win the aerial duels in such situations. Under their strategy, something they're good at. Johnston again, trying to help the ball on its way. That's how he came away with it. Ravini with a misplaced pass in the general direction of Unavi. Stop play. That's how we on the ground here. Ross.
Which is called late. It's playing advantage, that block there. Off we play the ball. They haven't really had the opportunity to break through the Canadian lines, haven't really had the sustained passing and pressure that we were expecting. They're missing him.
Two ways about that. So Barry reduced to the role of spectator. Coming up, the Bank of America halftime show. Rob Stone, Clint Dempsey, London Donovan, and Alexi Lallis. Live from Independence Hall in Philadelphia. Fitting place for the Jets to be on this special day, Independence Day, 4th of July. Canada and Morocco going at it here in Texas.
Really good intensity.
Happy 4th of July to everyone out there.
Those short passes with them so close together, Canada, when they press. When they get that pressure on, and then they explode, and that's where Morocco are almost so tentative about it. They don't know where to go forwards. So they're okay with the possession here, but how you get forwards, these balls now, all of a sudden you can see the Canadian shirts just getting in around them.
Well, it's a very coordinated press when it all comes together. There's Ainawi. Ainawi. It's a little coming together there. Keely and the referee. Look at Michael Oliver.
Oh, there's now a fight.
It's threatened to kick off. One little minor confrontation can do that. And others decide that they have to have their say.
See if anybody will get lost or something.
Frustration in general from Morocco. And Michael Oliver, normally a very cool and calm customer as referee, saw something that was needed desperate intervention then.
He's going to try to solve this by producing the yellow card. Kimi called over. So yellow it is for Ashraf.
So both of them will get yellow cards.
In the tussle was Richie Lamea. Steptio trying to lead the Canadian case.
It's just a hopeful ball over the top. You can see the shot from Hakimi there for booking. And it's not much.
Yeah, Morocco fouled him and then the other guy pushed him, so they both got yellow. Yeah.
Well, earlier in the game, the same two players came together along the far side touchline twice. The referee had warned Maria about his fouls against Hakimi, and Hakimi decided to take
But there was going to be a fight then.
That's what just happened in the two quarters.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. These referees have to make up their own mind how they manage a game, and Michael Oliver clearly felt that managing that situation called for a yellow card apiece. There's been a physical component to this. Yeah, El Canus, I must say, he's
Yeah,
been
like
virtually
we hit the
visible
late
so far.
time. I'd be live for the
Most of
next
the attacking
game.
midfielders.
I'm supposed to stay on live.
Raheem Diaz barely been mentioned in it. Can't get a foothold in the game. A bit confused by how to go about this. Morocco.
Probably at halftime I'd be setting up the
Alongside
next game.
friends at the last World Cup, it was a slightly different playing style under Walid Regragui, a bit more reactive, become ever more a possession-based team. Finished fourth at the last World Cup. Amongst the favourites of quite a few big names in football. The great Tony Kroos actually said ahead of the tournament he saw Morocco as potential winners.
Looking to progress and looking to become a better side from what they were 4 years ago. Then it's one of the big shouts, but in this showing, looking to get just through this one game.
This is proving to be quite the examination.
You know, look at the baseball scores from 2 minutes.
They've got the problem that they can't get either of the
Series
defensive
winning.
midfielders on the ball. Just trying to find those angles to get that right.
See the hot for the ball by the Canadians. They all understand their assignments. That was Sigur who made his way up, knew that it was his job to pile the pressure on. And again there,
Only 2 games behind,
sliding across. And Morocco continue to look rather befuddled by it all. They can change things here.
Pirates are up 7-1.
Again, football in the game.
And Twins and Yankees are tied at 0.
Just a free kick for the yellow card as well.
It's a technical foul. Like that Johnson, he's getting up high and getting tight just to pull the shirt. That was enough. And Brahim Diaz for once drifting and getting the angle right and also getting the touch right. That's where they've been falling so short. It's just technically been falling short, and all of a sudden a little bit of space, an opportunity, and the other gone.
David, at the end of that, Johnston, as we saw earlier, was doing his best to keep Diaz in check. So Ashraf Hakimi sending it in. It's been a quiet first half in an attacking sense from a Moroccan point of view. David with the lead. He was over there linked into the play. The ball was diffusion on. First half heading away. There was a clear trick. And then on the receiving end of the cards becoming thick and fast now was Razadine Unai.
It's all very scrappy, very tetchy. All of a sudden, ever since Hakimi's coming together with the layout.
I think it would be a yellow card for Morocco.
That's an indication as to they put it in the last few minutes.
He's got some thinking to do. It's been not an impressive performance. Sissy March can just say go and do the same again in the second half.
6 minutes to be added on at the end of this half. These are having to chase over.
Morocco on the attack.
But the cautions became the tops away with it.
Wanted a foul right there, but did not get it.
The throw, but right in front of Mohamed Ouabi. It's been a pretty busy first half for Michael Oliver.
This is when this all flying. There was a touch, there was a contact.
Morocco with the throw.
See how tight it is, how many black shirts around the ball. House free. Hakimi is on the right hand side, on the other side of the pitch. He's got the whole half of the pitch to himself. Got 6, 7 shirts around the ball. He needs one pass in and then another pass out. Get it out there.
We have 4 minutes left to go.
So think about that one.
No, 5 minutes left to go.
James Corden on the after-hours
5 minutes left to go.
Another nightly wrap of today's World Cup action and special guests, including Whitney Cummings on Fox at midnight. Looking forward to that.
Who's going to strike first? Will it be Morocco or will it be Canada
What was that?
to get a goal?
Why are you giving me the ball there? Shaking the hair of the manager. This is an check first half.
This has been absolutely wretched from Morocco when you consider the high standards that they've set for themselves at this World Cup. Far more impressive, far more effective.
You have to give him credit. I mean, I was just desperately hoping for that flag to come up. But how much have Morocco been poor and how good have Canada been off the ball? You have to say they've been really impressive in how they've hassled and harried Morocco.
No, I don't think Morocco will mind going into the interval. Chance to gather their thoughts. Sure, from the point of view of Mohamed Ouabi, chance to change 1 or 2 things. First of a round of 16 matches. Possession with Morocco, but to be honest, it's been mostly meaningless possession.
Going for Morocco.
They need to change the intensity.
Not Canada. Going for Canada. Canada on the attack.
to work.
It's on the way by Morocco, close out.
Rakini, the substitute, the man who came on earlier for the injured. So Bani to the rescue at that.
Skin it out again on the attack. It's on by Morocco again. Morocco on the attack. Here we go. Trying to slow an attack. Going by Canada. Going by Morocco.
Chaotic little passage of play there. It was a fantastic recovery. The Canadian team,
Morocco has possession.
Morocco got it right once, and all of a sudden they were through. Alanuri let them down with the sloppy bit of play, coming back into it. And all of a sudden, the game changed. There was Ainawi, and now for Morocco and Masraoui, and he decides to
Gives it back to the goal.
Another time, and the end of the first half, that is not been pretty for Morocco. Of Canada, and what you see is what you get, what you usually get. Jesse Marsh touched teams.
It should be going into halftime.
Needs to face Paraguay or France at the quarter-final stage. Paraguay eliminated Germany on penalties. The Fugaro. And it's a bit knocked in the process. There's going to be another toucher. Montanus joins the clock.
Yellow card for Morocco.
Well, the Fugaro, but from there, you're thinking it's your touch more than anything, Alcanus, that's led you into this problem where you're having to take evasive action. It's a little bit harsh on him, I feel, but the way that this first half has gone, kind of inevitable, it's going to be another yellow card.
Milan El Cabus, Stuttgart reach the final of the German Cup. This last season, only to lose to double winners Bayern. Well, the first half to forget about
Halftime.
different story for Canada. They might not be on the score sheet, but they have dictated the terms with a full throttle approach. Canada 0, Morocco 0 here in Houston. Let's send it back to Ron Stewart in Philadelphia.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is sponsored by Jeep. There's only one.
I can. You can't spell American without it. During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, say I can in the original can-do vehicle. I can go where freedom takes me. I can bring the whole crew and everything that comes with them.
Now 3-0 Twins. Right, the next stream is all set.
In Philadelphia. Morocco made that historic run into semis 4 years ago, but they have shown very little through the first 45 to Jesse Marsh and company. Yeah, that means for Morocco is that is the worst half that we've seen Morocco play.
I'm gonna get another garbage.
Still
I'd be
only
right
0-0,
back.
but early on, Morocco should have been down 1-0 at the very least. Oluwaseyi with a wonderful turn. What was to say? Look at that, right off the bottom of his foot. Doesn't get all of it, doesn't get any lift. Yeah, we see you, Jesse. Everybody sees you. Frustration.
Shout out to Canada. The game plan is working really well. They're taking the game to Morocco. They're pressing. A star to watch. It is. We're watching go off. Honestly, and that's a big loss for Morocco.
All right, there wasn't a whole lot in this match. I took a red eye, guys. This first half from Morocco almost put me to sleep. They were so bad. This was the highlight of their half. Hakimi getting into it. I can't imagine it's going to be a comfortable halftime talk. They were awful, and they need to get better. Canada was a much better team. 21 total fouls, 6 total cautions at the halftime. FIFA President Gianni Infantino, a very busy man, bouncing around from match to match throughout this incredibly successful World Cup. And President Infantino kind enough to send us a message on this July 4th. Hi everyone, this is a huge day for Fox. This is a huge day for the United States of America. This is the day where we celebrate 250 years United States of America. And at the FIFA World Cup, we are of course celebrating as well. We celebrate with incredible matches, fantastic goals, great saves. By the way, speaking about goals, we just had 250 goals scored at this FIFA World Cup. Every goal, an incredible emotion, as the emotions that all Americans feel today. And it all started 250 years ago in Philadelphia. I would love to be there with you today. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you, but I wanted to make sure that a special guest is there with you today. Enjoy. And that is the special guest. Do not touch and touch it. Do not touch and touch it. He's a beauty. Only the winners can touch the FIFA World Cup trophy right with us here at Philadelphia. Thank you, Mr. President. What a great day to be an American on this, our nation's 250th birthday, the FIFA Winners Trophy. Right there next to us. How about this scene? Aboard the USS Intrepid in New York City. 2 days from now, Americans going to be cheering on the red, white, and blue at this World Cup as the U.S. takes on Belgium in a round of 16 encounter. Tim Ream, Lee Tillman, Christian Pulisic, all looking to move on, and we'll get you ready for that showdown next.
Protecting what you care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car. And this awesome bike. The stuff in that apartment you're renting, it's protected. The cell car, it's protected. And don't worry, that phone's protected too. Protection for just about every part of life, no matter what kind of life you have. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Kids are afraid of me. Find your phone again. Yes, am I right? I don't know who was calling.
T-Mobile has the best network. That's why there's no better place to get iPhone 17 Pro on them. Hold on. We should have music. Feel it, pressure dance.
This is fit. At T-Mobile, get the incredible iPhone 17 Pro on us.
What would you like the power to do? Your passion for this game opens opportunities.
for them, to our local businesses, and deliver
Oh my goodness.
for the community. Because when local businesses thrive, the community also thrives. Bank of America champions everyone who dares to ask, what would you like the power to do?
Totally forgot kidnap the commercials. For halftime to be over. USA vs Belgium, Monday at 8 p.m.
Bank of America. This is the fourth knockout stage game to be scoreless at half this tournament. Plenty of feistiness in Houston. 6 yellows, 21 fouls, but no goals yet. Second 45 on the backside.
Came back on and then went right to commercial. Supposed to be a halftime. Supposed to be a halftime show, not a commercial show.
Turned it around and made some adjustments. I'll be very curious to see what Morocco and their manager do. I don't know if it's a substitution. They have to change something like. But on the other side, if you're Canada, this Morocco team is right. If you're Jesse Marsh, you're saying, hey, you got to figure out a way to. The chances that you create are wonderful, but you got to put the ball on the back of the net. So that man right there has got to be thinking, we have a chance of going through against a Morocco team and getting us out of the round of 16. What do you do about Alphonso Davies? But
he came in last game, so I think he'll come in this game. When he comes on the field, he's a game changer. Also, he gives the crowd a huge boost. So, yeah, I think he comes into this game and he could be a difference maker. But like Landon said, Morocco needs to come out and play like the Morocco that we know. They need to try to boss the game, be more on the front foot, create more chances. And if you're Canada, keep doing what you're doing.
yeah, Jesse Marsh, proud in 75th minute last time, knowing they could have gone to extra. So he's got to be at least 45, 55, 60 minutes fit. So he might come in even earlier today. 0-0 after 45. We'll see you next on the post-game show. Now back out to Houston, your match announcers, Derek Gray and Rob Green.
Yes, thank you very much, Rob. And just to continue the point that Clint was making, Richie Larea, one of 6 players booked in the first half, so that might play a part in the thinking of Jesse Marsh when it comes to deploying Alphonso Davies, even though he has been injured, that hamstring problem that he picked up towards the end of the season with Bayern. 0-0 here. In Houston, Texas. Be surprised if the music playing in the Moroccan dressing room at half-time was show me the way to Amarillo. Anything but here. It was not an impressive first half showing by Morocco. With Canada calling
Second
the
half
shots,
underway.
certainly in the early going. It was tactically so far a triumph for Jesse Marsh over Mohamed Ouabi, with a long way to go, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. Half a job done for Canada. I feel that they've got the blueprint of the game of how they want to play. After that certain moment there, that breakaway moment, winning the ball back, that's the bit that they're waiting for. They were brilliant at it in the first half, but couldn't capitalise. Morocco, you have to say, as the guys were saying in the studio, need to come up with a different answer. Already, Hakimi's a little bit higher on this right-hand side.
Ashraf Hakimi, usually the capitalist. Good things as far as Morocco are concerned. The aforementioned Larea putting in the challenge. It's a feisty first half at times, especially as it grew older. With Michael Oliver, the English referee, reaching for his pocket on no fewer than 6 occasions. Hakimi chiseled
No, I'm from Morocco.
for the Atlas Lions.
And there's more bookings than talking points, aren't there?
That's fair to say. We hope it's different in the second half because, as much as anything, we want to make sure that London Donovan remains awake. Glad that we heard you in the studio talking about your red eye experience. So let's make sure that you don't fall asleep. Morocco, space there by Ahmed, winning the ball again at Canada. Rashid, and once more. Came off chip. Last of all, can't really afford to do that sort of thing against Canada. As Ostekia gets himself right in there beside Michael Oliver.
Pleading the case for a foul in there somewhere. That pull of the shirt there from Unai. Looking again. The movement was slow, the passing was slow from Morocco. Anything but from Canada when they get the
Hey, go on the kick
and go for it.
for Canada.
Hasn't given us offside. It's going back to that last move. Look at the disparity as far as corners go. Short one here. One Ostekia. Ahmed. Maria trying to switch the point of attack. And perhaps diffusional, as you would expect. That's one of the targets of the
Kick coming up for Morocco.
Yeah, it's been a real handful to pick up for Morocco.
Morocco right up forward challenged by the Fusional. And there's another one. Another yellow card. We're up to 7 now. It's the turn of the Fusional.
Probably the easiest one of the afternoon for Michael Oliver. Absolutely no need to make this challenge. Just shepherd him down the line. There was no support in the penalty area. There was nothing for him to go and play with. Just allow him down the line. Rahimi taking the foul. Thank you very much. And the other card.
Yellow card for Canada.
Determined defending. Took one for Canada. The Fusional. Taking the place of Derek Cornelius in this Canada team today. Ashraf Hakimi.
And it's in! It's a goal! 1-0 Morocco. Morocco has strike first, guys.
Argentina Monahi on the 4th of July. Roger hit the front.
The moment of brilliance. And a really poor performance from Morocco, and he watched the white shirts run to the near post and drag the black shirts away.
What a goal by Morocco.
Just got away. The weight of the ball is perfect. It's sat 20 yards out, picking a spot, and from there, all he's got to do is wrap his foot round it. Such is the weight of the ball from Hakimi. It's a wonderfully executed goal, just through the bodies. That's something from the training ground. They have been poor in this game, but they have match winners in their team.
On a contrast in emotions,
Nine
Canada
from Morocco.
psychologically not great to have conceded.
And I have to pronounce ending.
They've been a better team in the first 45 minutes. What the game needed, to be honest. And a ball to the lightning. That's what it was for Unahi's 10th international
Right.
goal.
Morocco up 1-0.
Brilliant, brilliant free kick. But you have to say, it was needless. The figure of needless tackle on the touchline gave an opportunity from nothing. Yes, wonderfully executed, imagination, everyone involved in the team, but completely needless.
Mustachio. And to do the conducting of the orchestra in midfield.
Let's see if Canada can strike.
The man we were talking about, the Fusional. What a great moment for him. But again, that challenge, yellow card. Free kick, the rest is history, but now looking to threaten. Jonathan David is capable of record goal scorer for Canada's national team, but Morocco looking a lot more confident now.
Morocco on the attack.
With purpose for the Atlas Lions. Still with Hakimi, it was Ahmed with the challenge, nothing wrong with that.
Wanted a foul, but they would not get it.
Brilliant tackle in the end, but opportunities across the ball there for Hakimi for his teammates was done. Chose not to do it. Two players free in the box, waiting for the cross.
And Hakimi was sent off on the man who makes them tick. It was Ahmed, his contribution. And the trend for Canada, not great. Conceding first, but oh goodness, they have been a team transformed in this World Cup. As much as picked up a point in previous World Cup participations.
He's got some pondering to do, hasn't he? Yeah. He's in that first half, you say, well, as good as it was. We talked about it, Derek. The fact is that they haven't scored. And you've got to score when you're on top in games like this, because things like that can happen against great teams.
Morocco, who didn't get going at all in the first half. And a real shot of the arm at the beginning of the second, courtesy of Azzedine Ounahi. Don't forget, coming up on Fox, it's France, it's Le Bleu against Paraguay in Philadelphia. Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olise and company. That match is next here on Fox. The entertainment continues in between the cookouts. And Jet is trying to tip it forward. Lavea. And Rocher. And Boadi was right there to buttress the Moroccan defence.
Morocco on the attack.
Under pressure here. Canada. Borghini.
And blocked by Canada.
Diaz.
Corner.
Bursting run.
Might be a corner kick for Morocco.
Poor ball from him. He did really well to ride the challenge and then release his teammate, but he pushed him too wide, Rahimi, and he's having to stretch and drag it back. And from there, never really going to get the cutback that he needed. Game stretched all of a sudden.
Corner kick for Morocco.
Borghini and Ounahi talking it over. That was their combination for a goal that separates these two countries in the first match in the round of 16 here at the FIFA World Cup. Ashraf Hakimi looking for Bilal El Khanous, and again by Hakimi. Al-Hal is running out of space. We're in Space City. That's the last of the matches here. The pride of Racine, Wisconsin, but looking too happy at the moment.
He's pondered, and you're thinking, the obvious question is when are you going to bring him on Alfonso Davies on? It's no good in sitting on the touchline waiting, and we're 55 minutes in now, and the guys in the studio are talking about, how quickly can he bring him on? Well, you're out in 35 minutes with your best player by a long way on the bench. You might as well bring him on and take him off in extra time if you have to.
Throwing for Canada.
Because Canada know they have to throw everything they can at Morocco. Progress at the World Cup on the line. There is no middle ground. You win or you fall by the wayside. You can, that was what he wanted to produce. It's Mapito and back to Gretel. He's been battling an injury. Ball's coming in. Seguin has been mostly the sitter in this constellation today for Canada. Al-Hal for Bono. And all the way up towards Rahimi. Bit of targeted kicking. Ashraf Hakimi. Clear free kick in favour of Lavea. What can Canada do about this? Led. And the turn off Ayoub Bouladi, the youngster. Last of all, corner here for Canada. And we've said it before.
I'll be right back, guys.
Set plays. Significant for the Canadians.
Yeah, his delivery, Sakio, is terrific, and they've been undone by something a little bit different. Can they do something a little bit different themselves?
Hold on. I want to see this. Corner kick for Canada.
Eustachio sending it in as it bobbles around in there. Fusional again competing
No good for Canada.
This is
Gotta be out throwing for Canada.
Seguin over there in position. Played in a split. In Croatia. Bombito in there, and of course the Fusional. It's intended for the Fusional. It's done, and Eustachio. Morocco seem to have the situation under control. El Canoes. A bit too easily, I must say.
Eustachio in this side is the one with the creative edge for Canada. Central midfield has got the ability on the ball.
Buchanan takes the fall inside the area. Michael Oliver. And a look from a few yards away. The offside flag was up in any
That might
case.
be a foul on maybe Morocco.
On the ground. Sean
You
Buchanan
have to see.
letting it be known what he thought. As he went to ground, but offside, the verdict dropped.
Yes, academic, the decision. It's a little bit clumsy. Two hands on the back. There's no real force in it. But the action's there. There's absolutely no need. This was the action that got Mazraoui more fall awkward than anything.
Some clash with Chinston. Reminder to scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Michelin Ultra Superior Player of the Match. 1-0 here to Morocco.
That's it.
Sluggish in coming out of the traps. And a wonder goal from Unai. And that is the difference. That's the goal that right now stands to put Morocco through at the expense of the co-hosts. And are still alive for now. It's another story for the other co-hosts, Mexico and of course the USA. Play tomorrow and on Monday respectively. Honestly, it doesn't add to the fun of the fair, to the pageantry. The co-hosts are still participating. You've seen that time and again down the years at the World Cup. Changes coming up for Morocco. They will be bringing on Sofiane Amrabat, who was one of the heroes 4 years ago. Offensive midfield player. Also, Shamsdeen Talbi, one of the appearance off the bench. Radi is protecting the ball. Frustration here for Oloche and the other Canadian players.
They did really well. Brilliant. Did well to just did well to just marshal it there. Wasn't helped by his teammate again getting stuck in that press from Canada.
Well, that's going to be the end of the shift for the 18-year-old Boadi. And also for El Canoes. We'll see him play better. So Shelby and also Amrabat at this juncture.
So it's a like swap. Came up with the assist for the goal against the Netherlands. Amrabat will just sit in midfield and be a block to get against.
And there's a change as well for Canada. Kyle Larin, 2 goals in 3 matches at this World Cup, is on the pitch now. Roger bids goodbye to this round of 16 encounter. They're going to have to chase back Canada. Ravini. The switch of play was a very poor one. Ay. Looked as though trouble was brewing for the Canadians. Nahi, really classy strike earlier to get the better of Clay Paul. And putting him again towards Ravini. Raheem Diaz. That was glorious football, and then Hakimi didn't quite come off. for the Atlas Lions. Still just the one goal.
Confidence is growing though from Morocco, and Canada have got more aggressive in the man-to-man press. Gaps are opening up.
Raheem Diaz. Reserve vigorous. It's in with a bit of fitting. Ahmed. That's those little flicks and tricks. Just immediate activity for him. Raheem Diaz is an entertainer. He's also a producer.
Yeah, no, see it? No, you don't. There it was. It went straight through, clean up, mate. Already a bit of footwork and a smile on his face for the first time in the game.
He's put smiles on quite a few faces around the USA with that. It's all very, I use this word deliberately, stodgy from Morocco in the first half. It was a bit fearful as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were scared of that counter-attack from Canada. Now, all of a sudden, you feel that they've got the game where they want it to be. They know Canada have to come at them and open up a little bit more. Amrabat sitting now is a really good substitution because his experience, his know-how, just standing around and being in the right place, right time, right pass.
Indeed, that could have been interesting, but Peter came across. And no transgression, apparently, despite the protestations from Rahimi.
Well, he was never going to get to the ball. That's what Michael Oliver saw. Whether there was contact or not, that's a different matter.
Magnificent goal by Unahi to give Morocco the lead early in the second half. Here in Houston, Texas. Ahmed. Diaz was trying to do the defending. Larrea. The flag went up in any case. Rabat knows his job.
Not for the first time in this since Morocco scored. Canada drifted offside and just the eagerness. And this is the difference maker. May not have been the hardest shot in the tournament, but one of the most accurate ones when they needed something the most. Someone turned up and gave them that winning moment.
So 1-0 to Morocco. Is that going to be all they need? Canada alive enough in attack. Quincy Marsh said it before a ball was kicked. We are the underdogs. And he will write us off, but we don't especially care. That's Buchanan trying to put the wind up. 1-0. Aaron heading it on. Specchio was trying to make his way through initially. Wasn't the only one. And Bono is taking in that case a yellow card. It was certainly overzealous for Larry. You say he was just going for the ball. Yes, another booking.
I'll just blame him. It was a horrible ball from Hakimi to send it back to Bono once, and then that just allowed his goalkeeper to come out and take the blow. Not much of a contact really from Larry, and it's more the aggression, the intent, and the actual contact. But almost blameless in the context of the game.
Midway through the second half. 8 yellow cards, by the way, now. Has to be going to a break for drinks. In Texas. Superbly worked with routine and the finish applied by Unahi. Morocco in pole position now.
Right. Match point.
always have to be pretty. Sometimes it pricks it will do. Right to the moment of individual skill. That's what we saw earlier.
Yeah, they've got to keep believing that there's one chance, one opportunity in this game which will change it. How they go about it. So, unfortunately for Canada, you just can't see how they're going to come about it other than a bit of gusto.
USA playing Belgium in the round of 16 on Monday on Fox. And our coverage on another huge day starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. How cool that would be if the USA could eliminate Belgium, even though they've had one or two struggles at this World Cup. Robbie and I watched them a lot in the early part of the group stage.
Yeah, they've been flat, and that's a really the emergency call in the last game to get through, didn't they? So, well, that buoys them and brings them on to something else, but they certainly have questions left for Belgium.
The Canadian fans here in Houston continue to believe. I was chatting with a few of them in our hotel last night. Quite a few of them were on our flight actually down from Toronto. And it wasn't lost on them how formidable Morocco can be. 22 goals all time at the World Cup, as you saw. They're a better team now than they were 5 or 6 years ago. Philosophy has changed, less reactive, more possession focused. Now, to mustard on that header.
That was well judged, wasn't it? And you feel that Canada are launching it forwards now in the hope of a mistake. International football at this standard, it's not the way that you go about getting back into games. It's sustained possession and creativity.
Now it was who passed it. And as a substitute just a few minutes ago, she would. From behind victories. This World Cup 4. We saw in the round of 32. Canada never a team under Jesse Marsh to throw in the towel. Canada.
Yeah, that's not that space in behind anymore, is there? That launch pass, that ball over the top of the defence asks a question. Isn't there? Resort to plan B. Allen throws and set pieces, maybe. Overall, setting up, crossing in.
This is something Canada work on assiduously. Johnston will find the right trajectory. Johnston again. Segur and Bono. Yet be a chance for Canada to fire in a shot, but it's gone. Or maybe not. And Mustacchio fighting for it. Michael Oliver was right there. And the decision here goes Canada's way. Free kick.
Free kick for Canada.
The Moroccan teammates will turn to an eye and say that's terrible play, just hold the ball up. Just Amrabat's presence. Little arm across and challenge from behind. It's close to the edge of the area, but both of them just outside.
He almost had a
when the challenge was
penalty
made.
kick right there.
They've not created
Just
much, Canada, but this is a
not
big,
inside the
big
box.
moment in the context of the game.
But it's a free kick for Canada.
Amrabat.
Let's see if they can strike.
Now, will that be costly in the grand scheme of things?
This may take a while, folks.
I was going to suggest that, Rob. I think you're right.
He's actually a little bit, possibly too close. Now, you're looking at the size of the players along the wall, whether they put the draft exclude and the player lying out behind the wall, they might do that. all of a sudden becomes quite literally a really tall order to get it over the ball.
So many conference going on with Stakio, Ahmed, on top of David.
The Canadian wall now makes it really hard for Bono in the goal. He has to just stand and wait as we look at it on the right-hand side of that goal. Trust that the wall will do its job on the other side.
But here we go. Canada with the free kick. Kicks it. No good.
Look for finish. Would dearly love to have that moment back.
Just went for the dig, saw the space, saw the gap. That is such a difficult skill. You look at the guys, are 6'3", 6'4", it's a deal. You've got to get it over him in a jump.
Maria and Ahmed being replaced. So, Thomas David is on. Related to Jonathan David, Jacob Schiffelberg.
Jonathan David on for Canada.
So still no Alfonso Davies. I have to believe that Jesse Marsh feels that he's not ready to contribute right now. Buchanan.
Nice save by Morocco. Corner kick coming up for Canada.
Right idea, nearly caught him at Bono. Shot from this angle doesn't show him having to adjust his feet to get it right and get set by the strike by the time he's hit the ball. A bright play from Buchanan.
Half Canada perhaps found a second wind. Still time for them.
It's in the box. No, nothing for Canada now.
Stakio. Sigur. Sigur. Moving from several miles away. Looked like foul play. Thomas David. Less than promising start to the match from his point of view.
He's been told to go and make his presence felt. Took that to the extreme there, that were on me, but all of a sudden being called into action. And kind of with that time and space, you just see from that distance, it's not the cleanest of strikes, it's an awkward one for Bono, but it gets his feet right. He's been performing at this level for many, many years.
10 minutes to go. Can Morocco walk through the door? Find themselves in the quarterfinals again. Or will Jesse Marsh and Canada have something to say about that?
Jonathan Davis coming up into this left-hand
Free kick for Canada.
Carl Laren are the two centre forwards. I can't imagine him staying out on the left wing. He's going to tuck in. He's going to try and find the opportunity. They're going to try and hammer this goal down, Canada.
Stakio, so trying to capture Morocco here. No chance for Stakio to play it in. And since Morocco down to the ground, back again with Triple. The Fisher. Johnston on the right, trying to make the connection.
Thrown by Morocco. Morocco on the attack now. Morocco shoots, and it's a goal. Morocco with the 2-0 lead.
excelling in the finishing department.
Well, he had the double.
Take it to Nani again. Yeah.
Another cutback
Wow.
and another wonderful finish. The game was getting stretched. And all of a sudden, a 4v2 was created, and the referee is to run and break forwards.
Right, 2 goals for Nani.
Raheem Diaz with the setback. Just a little moment, just to compose himself, just with the touch. And then from there, the muscle memory must still be in the body from the first finish. And he hammers it into the top corner. They have not played well. They have been tested by Canada. But you feel that is enough to see Morocco through.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how you do it, but simply that you have
It was a good run for Canada, so.
a 2-goal contribution from one of the. And Canada now have that sinking feeling here in Houston, Texas. Staring elimination squarely in the face. Would be the first of the co-hosts to exit the tournament. They have contributed plenty. You never know. It's David letting rip. Jonathan, David was
Canada in the attack.
as well. And
Saved by Morocco.
Schiffelberg into the grateful clutches of Bono. And Morocco 2 to the good. Well placed now to reach the quarterfinals of the World Cup.
I have to say that Canada have probably played as well as they could have played. They've made the game their game and fallen short. Jesse Marsh has had the tactics, they've got it right off the ball. There was always going to be a ceiling for Canada within this tournament. They really have been fantastic in this game, you feel, and they've done everything they can.
Johnston swinging forward, but nobody there to attack the ball.
Another save by Morocco.
Was there again, quickly blowing it out.
Morocco has the possession.
Moroccan fans want more unity. Serving they look to his life, 60
And
minutes.
it.
Off the watch, my goodness. Rahimi
Oh my god, that almost went in. That almost went in.
for a second looked as though it might be a third Moroccan goal. Jonathan David and Buchanan hopping up on the left. Stripped away by El Ainawi for Morocco.
That really was
Gonna be a corner kick for Canada.
Similar balls, similar outcome for the second goal. In terms of
I can't believe Morocco missed that one.
Schiffelberg starting to get a bit tangled up. That time, Sigur, Buchanan left it. Over David. Schiffelberg. Have enough. Crossfield, they have to do it within a pace. And time against them again, it was Schiffelberg. The best of balls in by Sigur. The stadium earlier. Specchio. The frantic touch in the last round against South Africa in Los Angeles. Or Canada. Big strides under Jesse Marsh. There is no
Free kick for Canada.
in the competition here. There is something to build on. Change in the outfit. Morocco, Samir, El Mourabet. The players to enter the fold and also
Well, that come around for Morocco.
it's a very late addition to the squad.
Can't see who the other one was.
Yes, again. To withdraw because of injury. Sigur and Buchanan have gone off for Canada. David Nelson is alongside the vastly experienced Jonathan Osorio. Closing stages of this game, the first of the round of 16 matches. Here's Nicky, action stations for Canada. Away by
Latin.
straightaway activity for Nelson. Michael Oliver will stop the play here.
2 points are down.
Thomas David and Donovan goes on the ground. Robertson.
Exercising in there again, foul on the goalkeeper. There's little complaints of anyone going for the ball. They've just got to throw everything at it now. The Canadians, you feel they're going to fall short.
The 2 goals scored by Nasreddine Ounahi. He's become the first Moroccan player to net twice in a World Cup match since Salahuddin Bassir did it in 1998 against Scotland in a 3-0 win.
Well, you remember that one, Derek?
I do, yes, I do very well. Good friend of mine, Craig Bowley, got himself sent off for that one. Sorry, Craig, if you're watching.
This was, again, the moment that sealed it. Just that poise, that moment before the strike. He felt one off his foot into the bottom corner. Orchestrated celebrations, and finally feel that they can relax in this game. It's been a scrap, it's been a battle for them. It's not been pretty.
Don't forget, James Jordan and the After Hours crew will be on Fox tonight for another nightly wrap-up of today's World Cup action. I'm delighted to say that the special guests include the talented Whitney Cummings. That's on Fox later. And Whitney is watching this game.
A minute to stop it.
There's plenty to talk about, plenty to be proud of for Canada. Plenty of questions for Morocco stepping forwards.
Free kick here for Canada. Winners to be Paraguay or France on Thursday in Boston. Shuffleberg, optimistic sort of fall in there. Ownership came in from Jonathan Osorio, such a highly respected figure in Canadian football circles. And it's asking a tremendous amount of Canada here. Osorio again goes to work. We're back to hit the 90-minute mark. It's like 8 on the board. So it's not in the history books just yet, by a long shot. To Canada from the goal.
8+ minute.
Really showed it.
Add it on.
That was still Johnston. The touch up there. They need something dramatic. So we don't need handball, just was. Been spotted by referee Michael Oliver. It's Lauren.
It's a tough call on Lauren, but it's been tough on Canada. Those fans would have come more in hope than expectation. He's given his team great belief to compete, and they've certainly done that. To feel now that every ball into the box is going to be so heavily dominated by white shirts. Just got to find something, a little moment, a little bit special.
It's been the Ounahi show. Two very high quality goals. Ounahi by the corner flag. Has been resolved in favour of Canada. I wouldn't say it's the easiest match Michael Oliver has ever had as a referee. Flash box in the first half especially. Morocco showing that we can do it in a number of different ways. Ounahi with the brace. Glorious Lions against co-hosts Canada. David And it was commanded play by Ainawi.
6 minutes left to go.
Left, realistically speaking, to throw at the Moroccan opponents again. Ainawi, Jesse Marsh. In the technical area. It's getting a bit desperate for Canada. They pass. Also, it was a pretty impressive run.
Corner kick for Canada.
It's got to get out of the situation.
Yeah, it's done something a bit different, hasn't he? Coming on a few tricks, a few turns, but they need something. They need it now.
Stinky and another chance. Again, Bono again. Whistle's gone.
Over the ball.
Morocco top man.
Goal kick for Morocco.
Was on the way out. Liverpool was an extra target. Joined the throng.
It was him with the foul. Through the supporters.
Stands to become the first African team to reach the final stage in back-to-back World Cups. Their improvement is very real. Looks as though they'll face the winners of Uruguay, France, match to come. Later on in Philadelphia. Ozil. What was needed?
I get the feeling that Morocco will just let out a big sigh of relief at the end of this game. It's been one way they've had to do it another way. You said, Derek, there's a number of ways to win a game. It's not been their most attractive ways. It's not been the way that you feel that we see the identity of Morocco.
You certainly have higher gears to go to.
Canada on the attack. Not good.
Take a nick in Ewings. So another corner forthcoming.
I think it's a corner kick for Canada.
As Morocco inch ever closer to victory. And to pick up again. And delete. Well, I mean, connecting with that one, you never know.
He's made 2 runs from 70 yards. He was brilliant.
Still they plug away. Liverpool was hovering around the halfway line. That's his starting position right now. Nelson for Canada. Schiffelberg has been pretty active since coming on. Was he took down there? Yes. Was took down by...
Free kick for Canada.
And a free kick to Canada.
I'm hoping Michael Oliver, for Canada's sake, will be having time on for this free kick. They needed to go in 2 goals in 2 minutes. Something of dreams and something of quite special order.
Stinky is at the controls. Nelson there as well. There's Stinky and Nelson. Gibbons a lash. Schiffelberg across the face of goal. And then Gibbons put towards the target.
Goal kick for Morocco.
96 minutes on the clock now.
Just get the shot on target. From the dying seconds of the World Cup hopes seeping away. Just ask a question. They failed in that, and still on faces all round Canadian shirts.
But tonight for Morocco. Goals from Unahi. First half performance by Morocco was not up to scratch, and they knew it. been better in the second half, but ultimately it came down to the quality of the finishing twice by Azzedine Ounahi.
I have to say they've been possibly the two moments of quality in the game, haven't they? That's it. Make your moments count in international football.
Even though they do bow out, Canadian fans can be happy about the strides the national team has made under Jesse Marsh. I've seen it at most of the international tournaments. Can Brahim Diaz and Morocco finish it off?
Another goal for Morocco. 3-0.
Brahim to put the exclamation mark on it. Morocco are going through to the quarterfinals. To the double exit.
Naomi with the goal. He has to go, right? Oh no, nope, he only has one. So Rahimi with the goal.
Brahimi sails it. Morocco move on. He will have to improve in the upcoming rounds. Canadian players, Canadian fans will be proud of what they've done today, but it's been caught on the break again.
This game's over. Canada, it was a good run. Keep your heads up. Maybe next World Cup. Let's see if you guys can make it to the next World Cup.
Space in the ball to pick your spot. They've done very, very little in an attacking sense. But what they have done, they've made it count, and that is a sign of a quality team.
Finding control for Morocco. So many in the stands. And Morocco are getting the full-on American experience from an Independence Day celebration in Houston.
Alright, it is final 3-0 Morocco wins. I'm gonna get on the outfield, relax for a few minutes. I'll be back at 5 o'clock. So, see you all at 5. Please like, subscribe, and see you all in the next live stream. Peace.